So I left my house really early today. It is November 6th. It's Saturday, November 6th, 2021, and it's 11. I've been here for, I don't know, I guess 45 minutes, and I stopped over there on St. Nicholas and 183rd to buy some tamales and champurrado. Gosh, it was delicious. It's like I I ate it right after I crossed the bridge. They have some benches over there for the losers. They're waiting for the bus. They cannot even walk the damn bridge. They just stay there. People. Sometimes I cross the whole bridge and I don't see a damn bus. I mean, sometimes you see like 10 buses going on at the same time. I don't know. It's a mess. It's a mess, because everybody retired. Everybody retired. And there's no. I mean, people doing everything for money, and that's what we're seeing the difference. Seeing if it's a calling or if it's like whatever. They were just doing that for, to get their retirement, I guess. And I guess they got some counseling, and they say, "Oh yeah, it's a good time to retire," and they all retire. So everything is a mess. Nothing worked in New York City. I was just listening to Dominican radio, like this is really upsetting the way that they're like. I mean, you know. It's been going on for a long time, so I don't know. It's nothing new, but at the same time now, it's just like in these times of the internet, so they're like really recruiting a lot of people, just to blame Haiti for everything. Well, they call it Haiti because they hate it. That's what the crackers call it. So, IT, one island, one island. See, like like in France, some speak French, some speak English, whatever, And over there, like, oh no, this identity, nationalism. Are you serious? And you ask them a simple question about their history, and they go like, I don't know, I don't care. So where's this nationalism coming from? If you don't know shit about, the history, you don't know who gave you the freedom. You don't know who took the chains of the shackles, who got you off the plantation. You don't know who got you off the damn plantation. So you're talking about this nationalism is like, it's ridiculous. Ungrateful motherfuckers. Yesterday had this ex-general, just with this really high rhetoric on violent rhetoric, like, it's an enemy. It's the number one enemy of Dominican, which is not a republic. We all know it's a problem. And it's like, oh my God, it's just those devils. They're starving and whatever. Like, and bitches over here, cleaning toilets, wiping the asses of people they don't even know, exposing themselves, like I told a friend of mine, why, because she said she was going to the agency because she wanted more hours. And I said, why you want more hours? You don't afraid you're going to catch, whatever they say that's going around. It's like, no, I got to make money. They call $10,000, they call money, these bitches. That's why they want us women. They want us women everywhere. Because with $10,000, we're happy. A man is not going to be happy with $10,000, $40,000. No, a man is going to... This is why the workforce is being prostituted. Because bitches, they're like, they don't even know how much is money. They go like, they settle, like, they talk to them nice. So they say, oh, you're sexy, mom, or whatever. And like, okay, oh yeah, I got my $10,000. In DR, this is a lot of money. But they don't live in DR. They live here in New York City. And there's the same thing everywhere in Latin America, Latin American women. I mean, they take a stupid salary of peanuts when men used to work in that field Oh, by the way, I was just walking after I crossed the bridge, I saw they have this fast food restaurant. Now bitches are opening the door, which is something that I saw men started opening the door for customers. And you give them some tip for opening the door. So now bitches are like, I mean, we just go and like, oh, we don't even have initiative to create our own shit. Men started selling in the freeways. Men start selling in the street. They're like, oh, now we all go selling in the street. But we are bad bitches according to this freaking rhetoric. Oh. So he was saying like this general, well, ex-general, it's like, yeah, this is like the number one danger. They're devil worshippers. They're like whatever, like just because you don't want to worship a blue-eyed devil, a blonde blue-eyed devil, you don't want to worship that, then you are a devil worshiper. That's how retarded these people are. Like, it's like you can't even, talk to these people. Like where they got him from? Like for real. What they did to them? Lobotomies? Is it possible to lobotomize an entire island? I mean, like, well, half an island at least. It's just like backwards people. I mean, like, there's nothing like, just. I mean, how you gonna say that just because somebody don't believe in your God is satanic? Oh, they're superstitious. Oh, they're devil worshippers. Just because they're trying to preserve their original traditions. You see, this is what they're all about. Being prostitutes. They got their money. Bitch got her money, supposedly.
They can beat you in a game of pickup.
Supposedly. Like I say, $5,000 and a bitch is happy. A bitch thinks she won the lotto with $10,000. Well, I'm making money. I go, bitch, you think that's money? In New York City? I mean, that's not even petty cash. But as long as a bitch got to do her nails and to relax her hair, because that's where they spend all the money in relaxers, in hair relaxers. And speaking of that, that's what is going to their brain. All these relaxers, the chemicals they got, the hair color, that's what it do. Like, all these bitches are crazy as fuck. And you tell them, all those chemicals, your scalp, your scalp is very porous. It's like a membrane. It's very sensitive. And every chemical you go there, it's gonna go straight to your freaking brain. To the cranial. I mean, like, yeah, we got some bone, but over here is tender. Over here is more tender. And actually everywhere is tender. I mean, there's a little bone tissue, but it's you put all that shit in your hair. You put it in your hair, it's going to your brain. And now it's just like, bad shit, crazy, don't even begin to describe it.
Shows to lose 10 songs in a row, and I have a brand new banger from Chloe called Have Mercy. Right after this, you gotta wait for it.
Yeah, bitches hooking up like their man and stuff, and then, oh, nobody want me because I'm so loose. Yeah, that should get loose. Dick don't get loose. Dick don't get loose. But cavities get loosen up. And then like men say like, I don't feel shit. It's like, oh, he is patriarchal. He is toxic. He's a chauvinist, macho, whatever. So basically men cannot even say what they like. If a man say I like this, and that, we go like, you say, I don't like fat bitches. Oh, we all go against him like, what? Oh my God, you're so violent. How can you say that? It's my bone structure. How many bones you stuck up your ass, you know, to be that fat? My coffee's gone. I'm trying to reduce coffee. That's why I have this small thermos. But I'm gonna buy another key. Oh my god. I'm still so pissed at my friend, you know, she canceling on me just like that, you know, like I just feel like I wanna say fuck you bitch. I'm not gonna take this shit from her. I'm not gonna take this shit from her. I'm like, you know, whatever. She will never transition and that's okay by me. Not everybody's meant to transition. The bitch is a brick and it's gonna stay a brick. I was thinking, how many times this bitch went to work at the sex club and she wasn't feeling right, you know? And I say, oh, let's go have, you know, some pozole, like, you know, oh, not today. It's like, whatever. Bitch still using or something. I don't care. And that's none of my fucking business. You know, I'm washing my hands off that bitch. It's like, and I told her, you know, I've been feeling depressed and shit. Like, I wanted to, you know, to talk and shit. Like, whatever. I'm like, okay, it's a one-way street. I get it. It's a fucking one-way street. I mean, this morning I got into that stupid app. You know, it's a gay app, but there's some men that they claim that they want transsexual women. But, you know, this guy, you know, I mean, like, I think they want, like, those gay guys with tits. That's what they want, you know, it's like. So I had a nice exchange with this guy until I say, you know, like, they'll say, like, shit, I haven't been in this app for 4 years, and these faggots are getting worse and worse. And then he stopped the conversation for a while. I was like, so he identified as that. So how you wanna supposedly date a transsexual woman, you know, heterosexual? Post up. How you wanna, like, you know, what the fuck? They make up these freaking fantasy. Women don't come with dicks. Women, there's no such thing as a woman with a dick. And like, but that's what they've been telling them. They telling them, oh yeah, you know, there's some women that they got dicks. That shit don't exist. That's a faggot with tits. That's what it is. And like, oh no, and like, he got in his feelings. So like, good to know. Good to know. I mean, a smart guy, you know, it's like, he's a bouncer. He was just getting off from work. And, but, I mean, if you're there, it's because you're flirting with the devil in that app. So far, you know, I mean, I've been there for like a week and something. It's just like, and you have like a normal, like sometimes, you know, like they put a normal profile, regular guy, you know, and of course he put like he's like strictly top. And then when it come down to his pronouns, he say they and theirs. And what the fuck is that? Ew. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with that shit? I'm not a dyke. I mean, like, you know, and that's not even like a dyke. Do I mean, like, I don't know. That's what the crackers is like. They're doing more and more identities because all these nonprofits, you get grants, you get you know, federal funding, you get grants and stuff, and like, the more money, the more identities they make. The woman, the man hater. That's why she still got a career, because she cannot even sing. I'm like, and he posted in his profile, you know, only here for trans women, or he said like, I think he said trans women, or I think he even said transsexual. I don't even know. And I'm like, maybe his father is a faggot. That's why he got so depressed. I'm like, they're now politically correct. Like, oh my God, it's just. Unbelievable. Meanwhile, everybody say the N word, and there's no censorship, on YouTube. I mean, like, but they set up the algorithm to just do certain words, you know. Unbelievable, and people eat it up, and people eat it up. He say he's an insomniac since he was 16 years old. Can you believe that? So when you heard that, 16 years old. Well, he's a Sagittarius, and nobody told him, about, in a fire sign, you have to be extra cautious, us fire signs. I told him, like, just, but he already got a job, as a bouncer, so it worked perfect with his insomnia, I guess. It's like people they don't want to. I mean, sometimes you meet people they're not ready to leave the things that are not even working no more. I'm not saying that shit didn't work for him. I don't know. I mean, I don't think he being a Sagittarius. I don't know. Fire signs usually we are not nocturnal, obviously because we are with the sun, with fire. So they say he don't sleep at night. So it's like cuckoo. That explains a lot. Oh, and he also got in his feelings when I was talking about 40, 50-year-old men, eating children's cereals and playing video games, and he was like, oh, that's the way I distress. Like, what about the gym? What about going to see your nephews? Get to taking them out. That shit can distress you. You go to the mall and like you sleep like a baby because they drain all your energy. The children they drain your energy. So that's a very good way to distress. And I mean they're adorable and they're like, if you have nephews or whatever, I think that's our job. We're supposed to spoil our nephews, but there's so many things, to do, like go jogging or whatever, like you say, oh, that's the way I get off of stress. No, you say like, that's not the solution, number one. That's a quick fix. Like, okay, it's much better than they go and start doing crazy shit, and they're like, but I don't know, it's weird, especially in your 40s and 50s and you with video games. Like, the children already don't go out. And if you, like with your nephews, the only time you have with your nephews or your children, you're gonna be with video games or, you just, anyway. So I'm thinking like, I ran out of buds, so I'm not interested in buying no more for a while. I'm like, I gotta stay by myself, with my feelings, with no crutch, like, I don't know, I guess I gotta become one of those bitches just cleaning the apartment every day. Well, at least that's, I think it's more constructive. But as long as there's sun, I'm gonna keep coming out. You can still see the chemtrails from last night, but at least a little bit of sun. Yeah, I'm surprised that, my friend had so much power on me, I kind of thought that she came around because we didn't speak for like a whole year. Because she tried the same thing, become a brat. Like, you're gonna be a brat and you asking for my help to transition. I'm like, I don't have to take your shit, number one. I'm like, and she wanna be a brat. She's already, I think she's 40. I don't know, 40 something. I don't know. Something happened yesterday. Something happened yesterday that I didn't want to tell me. You know, but that's not what friends do. Keep secrets like that. When I had a slip, I told her, and now she's trying to be like, oh, you are, you know, you know, welcoming men in your house. I say like, hell no. I tell you, I say no. Why would I lie to you? Who the fuck are you for me to lie to you? I told you it happened once, and that was it. Like, so that means that she's probably trying to tell me, she's still a whore, and like, whatever, that's. That poor cat looks so like beat up. It's the way he walks. He don't walk like my cats in the house. He walk like beat up. Like I always say, the Bronx is like a war zone. It's like a, and you see a lot of just like war veterans. That's what they were. They're younger than me, in a wheelchair. When I was walking over here, it broke my heart. This man, he lost his foot. It's like a nerve that we have. So he had to drag his foot. He had to drag his foot. I thought it was like, wow. He was so young. He was so young. Like, life is really hard. Just one mistake. I don't know what he did to get that, and I don't know what doctors did not. You're supposed to pull the tendon and tie it back. I don't understand why. I saw he was limping. I was like, wow, his foot was dead. His foot was like, so he had to drag. Oh my God, I was like. So, because there's no mothers. There's no mothers because these bad bitches are at work. So they don't have time to raise their own children and tell them, hey, life is very unforgiving. You make one mistake sometimes and like, boom, you end up, whatever. I mean, sometimes, there's like diabetes, high blood pressure, that all that